to independence, that never ever grows to independence. Diabetes is our constant companion that introduced us to a new language: basal, bolus, postprandial, hyperglycemia, ketoacidosis, right? It introduced us to new demands and routines, relationships with pharmacies, endocrinologists, labs, DME providers, etc., and new routines, not really just of self-care, as we often kind of lighten it up, but really routines of survival. Our diagnosis rocked the boat of safety we were floating on, and it's been up to us to keep that boat steady ever since. But the sangha reminds us we don't do this alone. So let's just look around. We are not alone. Over time, our diabetes constancy, many of us have had it for upwards of 25 plus years, right? So its constancy, it may lull us into a state of familiarity and acceptance. It's just kind of there. So we can kind of forget that this condition is a big deal. It's a big deal. Managing diabetes in the midst of all of our other roles that we play is actually super heroic. Super heroic. So I'd like to pause again for a moment to just acknowledge the heroism in each of us. Look around these beautiful faces in this Hollywood Squares screen today. Just look around. Hero, hero. I see the heroism in each of you. So imagine just offering up this gift of, wow, I see you. I know. Because we do. Wow. And as you're gazing, just feel the gaze and the appreciation from each other here. The knowingness, the shared experience of those terrible hypoglycemic episodes that are so frightening. The worries and the fears when we visit our diabetes eye specialist. The wrangles we get into with our insurance company or over prior authorizations, or our doctors who don't understand or don't get it. We're all heroes, guys. Whew. Acknowledge this as we sit here together, how amazing we all are. Notice how it feels to be in community with other superheroes whose heroism is invisible to those who do not belong to our club. So our sangha is a really special place: refuge, safety, and connection, place where we experience this special knowingness every time we show up, and even when we're not here. Our logo of the Diabetes Sangha is, of course, the lotus flower. The beautiful lotus can only bloom and grow in mud. So if we see our diabetes as the mud of our own blossoming, let's reflect for a moment on how diabetes has helped you to bloom. What blossoms in your life, what gifts in your life have come maybe because of diabetes? At any time during our practice, if you wish to chat in a blossom or a petal of life that diabetes has given you, feel free to chat that in. Anything that comes to mind. And searching for a poem to share today, I was really reflecting on kind of the gravity of diabetes as well as the gifts of it, the mud and the lotus. And I found this poem titled On Safety by Nadine Pineed. Not sure if I'm pronouncing her last name correctly. So at this point, if you would like to settle into your meditative posture and your seat, I'll read this beautiful poem and transition into a meditation for the next 15 minutes or so. All right, friends. You're also welcome to leave your screens on and continue to appreciate each other through the practice. So on safety. When the storms of life come bearing down, threatening to lash you senseless, seek shelter. Find the warm blanket you caress like the felted fur of your cat curled before a glowing hearth. Of breath that fills both heart and earth. Breathe. There's always time to curse the darkness. After the tears, light a honeycomb candle and heal your own sun. The bridge from sorrow to joy may seem to vanish in the flood, but who says you can't join those who cross over with a single braided rope of gratitude? Hmm. Who says we can't cross over to joy with a single braided rope of gratitude? Hmm. So considering the beauty of this group, the safety and the sanctuary, the knowingness, the community, allowing ourselves to come into this beautiful, imperfect body as we begin today's formal practice, finding a grounding today for yourself, an anchor for your practice. Sensing into your feet on the floor, perhaps. Really recognizing the solidness and stability beneath you. The weight of gravity keeping you here in the chair beneath you. Perhaps moving upwards in your inward gaze, noticing your spine and inviting in that dignity to the practice, the dignity of presence, loving awareness. Noticing breath, appreciating that the breath is breathing us. one of many miracles happening constantly in the background of our bodies. Perhaps greeting your next inhalation with gratitude. Where else do you notice grounding and presence in your body right now? Awareness of the muscles in your face, around your eyes, mouth, jaw. Is it possible to soften, release any tension that you might be holding as just a natural way of being prepared, prepared for anything? Right now, in this practice, in this shared community, what burden in your body can you lay down? What tension can you let go? How might you bring just 5% more ease to your physical being right now? When the storms of life come bearing down, threatening to lash you senseless, seek shelter. Breathe. Who says you can't join those who cross over with a single braided rope of gratitude? Take the next several many minutes to cultivate whatever is present for you today that you're grateful for. And the theme of focusing on the sorrow of diabetes, perhaps even gratitude for the discovery of insulin, which is allowing us all to be here today, not just alive, but thriving. inviting into your heart gratitude for yourself. Awareness of the empathy and compassion that arises from the mud of suffering. Allowing whatever is here to be here. Imagine breathing in gratitude and love, loving kindness for yourself. So breathing loving kindness in and gratitude and breathing it out. So with each exhalation, we're sharing love and gratitude with each other here in this space. And with each inhalation, we're breathing love and gratitude in. There's an estimated 9.5 million people worldwide living with type 1 diabetes today. That's more than the population of New York City in its entirety. So, in the last few minutes of our practice, we'll take this love and gratitude that we're breathing in and breathing out, and imagine it connecting us with each other here, of course, in this space with Megan and Sue, Jen and Beth, Catherine and Laura, Anna and Anna, Jennifer and Marilyn, Nicole and Kathy, Leela and Heather and Robert, Kimmin and Meg who had to leave. So just imagining the interconnectedness of the breath we're sharing, the love we're sharing, the sanctuary of our sangha we share here right now. And knowing that this extends outward to all of our sangha friends who are not present today. So perhaps the next exhalation is including them. Inhalation is including them. And maybe even imagining on World Diabetes Day, the 9.5 other million other people, 9.5 million other people we don't know. And yet we know. The sorrows and the joys of being in this community around the world. And perhaps offering yourself a little gesture of self-compassion and acknowledgement of putting your hands on your heart or one hand on heart and one hand on belly. Just deep, deep appreciation for yourself, for the ways you care for yourself with this very difficult condition. Heroes, every one of you. I'll close with some phrases of loving kindness. You can, of course, say whatever works for you in your own practice, but may we be well. May we be happy. May we know peace. May we know love. May we be well. May we be happy. May we know peace. May we know love. Taking the next minute to offer anything else you need for yourself today. Perhaps bringing in some gentle stretching and softening and releasing anything else that you need to in your body. Allowing your eyes to gently open if they've been closed. Deep bow of gratitude to all of you.